What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna talk about peas and trellis. Run the creds. What's up, guys? Man, if you live in the Central Texas area like we do, you know it has been raining non-stop. Lots of rain, huh?
Yeah.
In fact, I got a little rain gauge here, and it says that we've got a total of 4 inches of rain. That's crazy. It's only been raining for like 2 or 3 days. It's a lot of water. Now, the problem with that is when we planted everything, we got everything nice and planted, we forgot to run trellis on one of the rows of peas. So today, we're gonna fix that problem. We're gonna go over here, we're gonna set up some trellis. You gonna help me, Macy?
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna get it all set up. That way those things have stuff to climb up as they grow. We'll explain it in the video. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so for today's trellis, it's a pretty basic trellis. You don't need much. Macy's gonna hand us the parts and we're gonna talk about what we need today. So, the first thing that we're gonna need is T-posts.
T-posts.
So we have 2 of these 48-inch T-posts. They're not the big tall ones. They're
Big
48 inches. All right, and then next, what do we have?
A hammer.
Just a regular old hammer or a handheld sledge works great. Either one of those. And then just some twine. Ooh, just some twine and some scissors. All right, we'll show you how to get it in the ground. Okay, so what we have is this last row of peas that needs a trellis. We're gonna build it just like this one here. But what happens is these peas, they get tall and they fall over like these are all doing. And what needs to happen is these fingers here, these arms, they need something to climb up. So we're gonna add the trellis. And what we'll do is we'll take our T-posts and we'll come to the end of the row here, and right up against the bed, we'll take our T-posts and we will sink them in just like that. So how that looks is the T-post is on here, up against the wood. Now we're gonna take our hammer, thank you, and we're gonna hit it in. Got that?
Yeah.
Now all we did here is we went down far enough to where the spade is under the dirt and it's up against the wood. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side now, and we'll do that now.
Daddy, what kind of video we're doing after this?
I don't know, we'll see.
Well, I really
So we'll put it in, spade against the wood here, and then we'll hammer it in. Got it? Look good? All right. And so next what we'll do is we'll add the trellis across. Macy, tell us what you have in your hands there.
they have scissors and
Twine.
twine.
Good job. Okay, so what we're gonna do with the scissors and twine is on these T-posts is they have these fingers and then they have the holes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in a finger around the pole, through in a finger, and then come through the hole, go across the bed to the other post, and just weave it up all the way up and down the whole thing. Okay, so what we'll do with the twine is we'll let out a good little piece here, and then we'll tie it around this first lip here. So what I'll do is I'll run it underneath it, and then I'll go around probably once or twice more, just like that, and then I'll tie it off on the back here. And what that'll do is give us a good anchor point to start with, and then you have your best little helper with you, huh? And then can you please trim that here? So what she'll do is she'll take the scissors and trim the twine. There you go. Can you get it? There you go. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll run this down the beds back and forth, and what we'll do is we'll loop it underneath each of these rungs as we go. So now we're gonna run it back and forth across the bed, and this is what that looks like. Okay, once we get all the way back to the top here, or we're at the top of the pole, we can't go any higher, we're gonna wrap it around a couple times just to give us a good secure anchor again. And then what we'll do is we'll have Macy come by with the scissors. And we're gonna get about Probably 10 to 12 inches off. And then can you cut it up here? Perfect. And then if you hold that, and then what we'll do is there's a top loop here. We'll go through this hole up on top of the T-post, like this. And then we'll wrap it around twice, and then we'll tie it to itself. And what that'll do is it'll keep it secure all season, but it also leaves you enough to where you can take it off during the winter and reuse it next year. Okay, so our trellises ran all the way to the top of our posts, and what will happen is now we'll go through and we'll position it so the plants know to grab onto it. Now with these T-posts, in between each of these rungs there's a little hole, and what I do on the first row, usually just on the first row, is I'll run a single strand through here all the way across to the other side of the bed, and what that does is it gives the plant something to grab onto it first. We're pretty tall already, so we may not need it, because like this one's already as tall, but it's an option that you can do. You can see on the one next to it we did that. We used 550 cord on this one, but you can see through that hole I ran a single strand down that one, and it gives the plant something to climb up, and then once they get bigger they just open up the top there. So food for thought. That's all. Leave any questions you have in the comments. Give us a like, give us a follow. We appreciate it all. Thanks. Molly's over here breakdancing for us. Oh, busted.